Okay, good day everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to look at commodities as opposed to what we usually do, and that is stocks primarily. The first chart that I want to look at is crude oil, specifically the May 21 contract for WTI, West Texas. If we go back to late last year, specifically November, we can see that we formed a bottom that was way back at around $36. We did see our RSI bottom, and after a couple of weeks, the 10-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, you'll see the price above that. That was really the buy signal there. The DI lines crossed, and the RSI was above 50. So if you had gotten in then in the low 40s, held on until we started seeing some weakness develop, there was a 50% move. Not bad, especially if you're using leverage. Okay, we see the the price of the commodity holding the 50-day and the 10-day all the way up, and we start to see, here the prices have been making highs, successive highs, but the RSI also makes highs, but they're lower highs. So we're getting like a bearish divergence. That's the word I was looking for. So that was weakening of the price, even though the price is moving higher. And down here, if you notice, every time the ADX, this black line here, makes a little bit of a top and breaks down, it also precedes the price. Now this right here, this was the last top that it made before it broke down. If you notice, it was just maybe a week before the actual top in the commodity price itself. Since then, the high 68, it bottomed out at 57. Okay, so there's $11 correction, if you will. RSI is now below 50, crossed below that on this big down day, and the DI is crossed as well into negative territory. Now, the last line of stand really is this $57 support. Now, I think that with the crude oil, there is a lot of good, solid fundamentals that, there's still a lot of bullishness and reasons to be bullish. So I think what this may be is just a temporary correction, and it should go beyond the $57. Okay, but that remains to be seen. When to get back in if it comes time to buy it again. Well, you're just gonna have to look at the signals again. The DIs crossing, RSI moving above 50, and the price moving up above the moving averages. Okay, so that's it for crude oil. Next, we will go to the T-bonds. This is also a very easy trade. Just stay below. Just look at the 50-day and the 10-day moving average. They crossed. I don't have an exact figure. The chart doesn't go back far enough, but you could have probably gotten in 175, 174 easily. We're down to about 154 now. So there's a good 20 points. It's $20,000 in profit. All you had to do was sell and hold. Okay, it's been primarily below the 50 level on the RSI, and if you look at the DIs, the red is above green. Now I've specifically designed it this way that red would mean sell, green being above that would be a buy. Okay, but it was sell all the way down. Finally, look what we have here. The ADX line has sort of topped out and began correcting. So maybe we're getting near the end of this downtrend. We also see the 10-day moving average. Look at the slope. It goes straight down, or a steep angle here, but it's starting to level off. Okay, now we are far from a buy signal, okay, or to go long. There's just too much damage to this chart, to turn bullish. And even here, we've seen the price or the RSI start to move up. Even though the price is going down, the RSI did not make new lows. So it's basically the exact opposite of what we saw with the crude oil. Okay, so this is bullish divergence, and the crude oil was bearish divergence. Now, what do we need? Well, we want to see the RSI crossing above 50. We want to see the price trading above the 10-day and maybe even the 50-day. And finally, the DI is crossing for us to get bullish. But I'm not expecting that anytime soon. Next, this is corn. Today we had the USDA numbers that came out basically on planting intentions. If you look at this on a day chart, or sorry, an intraday chart, which I don't have here, you'll notice that the first half of the day, it was actually drifting lower. Excuse me. And right at when it came out, I believe it was like 12 noon Eastern time, it just went straight up, and it was up the limit. Okay. It broke this resistance. It broke through 10-day, 50-day. The RSI broke 50, and even the DIs crossed. Now tomorrow it's also expected to trade up because, again, it was like limit up. So that's the story on corn. Same thing with wheat and soybean complex. I'm looking right here for the soybean meal, the May 21. Technically, this the chart is now a new pattern here. It had strong support at, I believe it's like 395, give or take. It broke the downtrend line here, did so today. It's above the 10-day, above the 50-day moving average. It broke the 50 level on the RSI, and the DIs crossed into positive territory. Okay? And that is primarily the same or similar looking charts with that entire complex. And finally, what can I say about lumber? The reason why I'm showing this is because I believe this is the first time in history, and I've got some pretty looking long-term charts. This is the first time that it broke the 1,000 level. Lumber May 2021. And I'm just having a hard time believing that it could have gone this high. I remember that not too long ago it was like in the upper 300s. All you had to do is just stick with the 50-day. And even if you wanted to use the 10-day, it would have made it even easier for you. It was simple, easy money. Okay. However, we are getting into overbought territory. But who knows how high this thing can go? Really, it's a machine, and people are in panic mode here. So that is a story on the 5 commodities that I wanted to highlight. And so for any traders out there, something to look at. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And also, if you want to see other charts, whether it be commodities, stocks, cryptocurrencies, doesn't matter. I'll give you my 2 cents worth, and unbiased, of course. There's no pump and dump from me. You just get unbiased advice. So, and by the way, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.